The sound of Suffolk. BBC Radio Suffolk.
And our next Make a Difference nomination came about because of a conversation in a Woodbridge coffee shop back in 2009. Eamonn O'Nolan and Professor Peter Hobson were both frustrated by political responses to the issue of climate change, and the Deben Climate Centre was created. There's now around 50 volunteers giving their time to the organisation, and Eamonn O'Nolan's been telling Cleah Hetherington more about their work.
If you're going to tackle anything, it's got to be something that you can actually achieve, from day one. You've got to see the milestones as being, fairly easy to get to. So the first thing we looked at was the quality of the environment on our own river. So the River Deben flows for 20 odd miles from the sea all the way up to Debenham, and it goes through various different stages as it goes up there. About half of it is tidal, so it gets cleaned by the tide every 6 hours. But we wanted to know what state the river was in. So we started testing for simple, straightforward things like E. coli and phosphate and nitrate and things like that. We started with only a couple of people, and today we have about 50 or 55 people who regularly check the river.
That's amazing. And it shows how much people care about their environment, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And something like pollution in a river it kind of irritates everybody, and it mobilises everybody as well. So it's not a political thing. There's no one party that would like to have poo in the river. So basically, the whole community was interested in that project, and continues to be. We've made the testing list a lot more sophisticated. We test for 13 or 14 different measures at each location now, so we have a pretty good idea of what state the river's in.
What's the sort of ultimate aim of that? So you can keep an idea of it, but how does it go about putting pressure on people to clean up the rivers, to improve things?
Well, just making the data available makes the community aware, and when the community is aware, they bring the pressure on. We're not a pressure group. We're not a campaigning group. We were originally, but haven't been for a number of years. So we added to our portfolio, if you like, of environmental monitoring. We added a series of talks that we give. We give 6 or 8 talks every winter. They're very well attended, and we explore all kinds of aspects of climate change, nature decline, and how biodiversity needs to be regenerated. We also have set up a community energy operation. Now, that's a really interesting area because you will know that the national grid is pretty full at the moment. So what we're talking about is potentially putting in small local solar and wind farms to support the local community, potentially owned by the community themselves as well.
Eamonn O'Nolan from the Deben Climate Centre, which has been nominated in the Green category for a BBC Radio Suffolk Make a Difference award. And he was speaking to Cleah Hetherington.